Hi, hello, hey. My name is Ilias, but you can call me Ailey. I'm an artist who posts occasionally on Instagram and rarely on Pinterest. I'm not quite used to the whole video thing, aside from some club in elementary school, I believe, and I honestly have the vaguest idea of what I plan to do for this channel. But the idea is to try and draw more consistently, and to have a place to yap about my OCs or just stuff I enjoy. I don't want my videos to be too serious, with the deepest I'll get probably being just brainstorming some ideas for my English class. I'm literally just some nerd with a tablet and time to burn. The video is more of just test run, figuring out what to do and what works, So plans for the future are mainly just art journey vlogs of sorts, sketchbook stuff, and my improvement. If anything else, I'd like to try and do some of the basic stuff like redesigning characters, or talking about series and books that I really enjoy. Like, example, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is something that I've always wanted to talk about. By no means am I an expert on it. I just think that the story has a lot of information and it makes me really passionate. I think it's something to say that even though I'm not someone who usually delves deep into the stories or has even read the official novel, that there's still so many things worth looking at and examining. I've always admired creators who put attention to detail into every story or book they've read, and I feel like delving into this path and trying to make my own videos where I try and do those things with stuff I enjoy or create is one way for me to improve those habits. And for the time being, until I get used to it and figure out just what I'm going to do, the videos may not be the cleanest or most awe-inspiring, but I hope that eventually I'll get the hang of things and be able to convey my thoughts and opinions more clearly, as well as also planning better, because this whole thing has just been made up on the spot, and I think it's pretty noticeable. On another note, currently playing in the background should be speed paint of some art I did a little bit ago of my two OCs, Everett and Noah, who are my darlings and the subject of the story that I am mostly focusing on right now. I often struggle with finding the right composition or ideas when I'm making an original piece, and so I often turn to other works of art like music as inspiration. And this one right here is based off the song Lemon Boy by Cavetown. I felt like there were some parts, specifically the lyric that I chose to add in, that related to some aspects of my character's story, especially their dynamic, with the flowers in their hair just being from some quiz that I took, which I often do to assign them little things. I'm not really the best with finding the right environments and backgrounds or how to shade it, and that's definitely something that I need to focus on and improve. I'm mostly satisfied with what I did here, but if I could go back, maybe in the future when I learn a few more things, I would definitely revisit this piece and try and give it a little bit more life and dimension. I do know for sure though that I had a lot of fun with the plants, the bushes. Messing around and layering the different textures and colors was kind of relaxing in a way. I had no idea what I was doing, but I still had some fun with it. But yeah, that's mainly all I'd like to say as sort of an introduction and a starting point. If there's any ideas or suggestions that you'd like to give, I'm totally open for it. And hopefully next time I could come back with something a bit more structured. Thank you for listening if you got this far, and I'll hopefully be back soon. Have a lovely day and sparkle on!